Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, please check out my other videos about Omegas and other watches that I love. This video is about an aftermarket bracelet for the Omega Seamaster made by a company called Forstner. The bracelet is immediately below the box in this view here. It's called the Contemporary Flat Link bracelet by the company. They do make other designs, and they all are quite different from the Omega Bond or Speedy style bracelets, which are also shown here. And that's something that I was looking for. I did not want to just get a clone of a bracelet I already own, but I wanted to try something that offered a different look to my watch. And I bought this bracelet myself, so this is an objective review. This is not a sponsored or paid for review by any means. So I will share with you my positive impressions and negative impressions as well of the bracelet. Some quick things to note, some positives about the bracelet. One, it's got this cool feature where the end link, when the spring bar is not attaching the bracelet to the watch, the end link comes off, which means you can substitute other end links to use with your bracelet. So you could buy other end links from the company to potentially use your one bracelet with different watches you may have, which is nice. The watch also has a lot of micro adjust on the clasp, which you'll be able to see better in later views of the bracelet on this video. And the links are screwed in, which is another positive in my opinion, simply because the pin and collar system of the OEM Omega bracelets can be quite a pain to use, especially on older bracelets. So these are the two Seamasters I had that I was thinking might work well with this bracelet. But in person, when I had everything in front of me here on my table, I thought the electric blue would be a particularly good candidate to be used in conjunction with the bracelet, because the blue has a very high polish bezel, and the Forstner bracelet has high polish outer portions of the links. So here you can see fitting the bracelet to the watch head. It was very easy. The shape and tolerance of the end link, I should say, were excellent. There was really no gaps on either side, and I would say it was just as easy or even easier than fitting an OEM Omega bracelet to the watch head. So a good start to things there. The end link I thought looked fantastic when installed on the watch, and that was something that was a concern for me going in, because I have seen on other aftermarket bracelets where they do a lot of things right, but a lot of times that end link doesn't look so good or doesn't really match up with the exact profile of the end of the case and the shape of the lugs. But here, I'm happy to say that it works really well, almost so well that it would be very plausible that this bracelet came originally with the watch. So I think they did a great job of matching up the end link to the form of the case and the lugs. So here you can see the bracelet installed and the watch on my wrist. Again, I think it looks fantastic. There's really not much negative to say regarding its appearance. I think it works really well, particularly with this Seamaster that I've installed it on, but very possibly on others as well. It's something which you can't see here is that it's actually also quite comfortable. I didn't really feel much pinching of hairs or anything like that with this bracelet. One negative to note: there's a lot of sharp edges on the bracelet. There's a lot of rough finishing. I found the edges of the clasp to be a little excessively sharp, and also the links themselves, if you fold them, you'll find that their corners are actually quite sharp. Here you can see a little bit of a gap between the bracelet and the watch, but that's no fault of the bracelet. I believe that's because I used a very skinny spring bar on that side of the watch, and likely if you use the correct thicker spring bar there, you wouldn't have any issue with the gap. So here's some more views of the bracelet on the watch. Again, you can see all those micro adjusts. There's quite a lot, really, so you can do a wide range of adjustment without even taking a link on or off, which is cool. And here is the bracelet side by side with a Hamilton Jazzmaster bracelet on the left. The reason I wanted to show this is that to give you a better idea of quality, Even though the Hamilton is a much cheaper watch than Omega, the bracelet is a much higher quality bracelet than the Forstner. So I wanted to show this to sort of give you a real world example of where Forstner's bracelet would rank in terms of quality. I would say it would be below something like a Hamilton's bracelet. Again, I'm telling you that, so that you have all the information. If you're interested in this bracelet, you know what you're getting into. I am happy with the purchase. I will continue to wear this. I will keep this bracelet. I will wear it with this watch. I plan on trying it with other Seamasters I have as well, primarily because I love how it looks. It looks fantastic. But, be realistic. You're not getting a Omega level bracelet for $150 or $175 or whatever the price may be. I'm also interested perhaps one day in trying some of Forstner's other bracelets. Again, if you go check out their site, they do have some really nice looks, and as an Omega aficionado, I am happy to see any company making aftermarket bracelets for Omegas. The more we have, the better. We have more choices, so I'm happy to support any company who wants to do that. And I think Forstner has done a good job, and I think they have a lot of room to improve as well. And I imagine we'd be seeing that in the future from them. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. If you have any questions as well, I'd be happy to respond. Once again, thank you for watching, and until the next time.